That is your
Through my
voice.
ears.
Through your ears?
Right now. This is happening in real life, in real time.
Bro,
Like,
we
impressive.
talked about this like an hour ago that we were going to do this.
That's right.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Here we are. Welcome back to the 5th episode now.
5th?
Yes.
Honored,
Bro.
to say the least.
Of course, big 5. I don't know how big 5 is. Anyways, Ashton.
What's happening, man?
What's up? You got to get close to the mic, man.
Oh, I do gotta get closer.
You
I'm
gotta
sorry about that.
Yeah. No,
Hello. Oh, yeah. I'm in here now. I'm in there.
Man, so I always start off with how I met the person that's sitting across from me. So how did we meet?
How did we meet? It was actually 2 hours ago at a Taco Mac, which is probably the best place you can meet anybody because Taco Mac is just the amazing holy place for all great
Conversations, and
interactions. It's like it's just my sacred place. It's really dear to my heart.
Really?
I'm trying not to tear up real quick, but
Okay, no, you good. You need a second. You
it's so
man.
good to me. No, but I do love Taco Mac. The wings be buzzing. Yeah, Cajun voodoo wings. Please eat those. Stop eating medium buffalo. It's not that like. Take it up a notch, right?
Bro, try something different.
Try something different.
That's what I'm saying.
All you plain Jane vanilla people, get you a different wing sauce. All right, do something else. Spice up your life. Okay, I'm
Exactly. No, you go, man. You keep going.
Taco Mac.
I guess we should mention we also have a live audience.
Yes, we have 2 people over here. That's right. Y'all
Two
exist.
people just
Hey,
sitting on the
Marvy.
ground right down here.
So we got Marvin over here. That's
Yeah.
my main man. That's my boy.
It's your assistant.
Yeah, that is, and my assistant. He's my manager, actually.
Yeah.
He's doing kind of a
And
crappy
then we
job.
have.
but
Hold
I
on, we
love
were
him.
getting to you.
It's family.
And then we have Brooke.
Yeah,
Who
there's
will
Brooke.
be on the next episode.
She will, but I'm first because I'm better. I mean, I just walked in first, but
It's all about first
love you,
impressions.
boo-boo. Yeah.
Man, so you were asking a bunch of questions earlier about like the story behind Parkerisms.
Exactly. This is so cool. I walk into this place and it's such a nice setup.
Thank you,
I just
man.
didn't expect it. It's really awesome.
Thanks, man. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, so really the story behind it was like, I kept seeing things, like COVID just happened, like quarantine, and people were like kind of finding their niche with everything and like starting their own stuff, and I didn't.
Dude.
I was working, and I like realized, oh man, like I saw something, and it was if you come out of COVID without a new like hustle or a new like side job or a new like hobby, like you did COVID wrong.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I was like, we started to get to the tail end of it. Things were opening back up. I was like, bro, I haven't done anything. So it was like, I know I love filming. I knew
That was such a cool comment because it was like big conviction, but like big inspiration at the same time too.
Yeah.
Like I feel like some people are going to see him feel triggered and be like, "Ugh, like it's my life. Like don't tell me how to live." But
Yeah.
like you can see it that way. I
Yeah.
guess you can get self-conscious, but there's growth in that. You know?
Exactly.
Like, it's going to make you reflect, and some people will get triggered and be like, "Get off my feet. I'm following this person."
bro, it's
yeah.
all about how you look at
Yeah,
something. You
that's
can
all about
get
you look
you
at
can get
it.
offended, or you can like
Or take it as motivation.
take it and
Take
run.
it as a motive. Exactly. So it's good that you did that. So
oh, yeah.
I definitely understand. I kind of saw COVID the same way.
Yeah.
So definitely.
We'll dive into your little ordeal in a little bit.
Ordeal?
Your side hustle or what you want to turn into.
Oh. Okay,
yeah.
cool. You said ordeal. I was like,
No,
so
not
do we have a
ordeal is the wrong
problem?
word. My bad. No, but yeah. So I just
good, man.
I just started it, and I was like, I love filming, but I knew nothing about audio. And so like
Yeah.
went to Best Buy, and I was like, hey man, the dude who helped me pick up this camera, and I was like, I'm filming a podcast, and like I need something.
Tell me what's up.
Yeah, tell me what's
what
up.
to do.
Tell me what. Yeah, and he's like, this is your best bet. This is how you're gonna do it, and like I started it.
You just
and
took his word and ran.
took it and ran, and so far it's done
Sounds
me
like
well.
he actually knew what he was talking about,
Yeah.
which is great for you.
Funny story. His name is also Ashton.
Crazy.
At the Best Buy where
we
were
tend to
just
be
at.
pretty
Yeah,
decent
yeah,
people.
yeah. So far, from what I've seen,
We're kind of amazing. I don't want to be conceited, but like,
no,
we're
dude,
pretty,
take it, like, own it.
we're pretty good people.
But yeah, no,
We're a
you're.
breed, yeah.
So this was my COVID hustle.
Definitely.
Yours was making music.
Yes, more so individually. So I've made music for a long time. I've kind of been just like a contributing instrumentalist for a long time. Of course, started up as a lot of people do, like in church bands. Grew up in church. So
Yeah.
being like doing worship music or being in a church band is such an easy, like I guess, gateway for somebody to start their musical interest and like career.
Yeah.
You get started playing on stage live and
Exactly.
so forth. Did that for a while. I actually traveled with a band that played we played a bunch of church camps. We were called Crossing 47.
Okay.
And like through high school and straight out of high school, we were playing like Centrifuge and Impact and like all these different kind of I guess in the Southeast, like pretty
Yeah.
big church camps. Did that for a second. Went off to college. kind of, I don't know. I guess I was just doing the normal college thing. I wanted
Yeah.
to be like a normal college student, fill that out. But immediately that I got really jaded with that
Yeah.
because I was missing music. So I started just like, I guess, playing around, helping people with different projects. Like I knew I cared about music, but for me, I guess I didn't have like that calling. For
Yeah.
a long time, I just did it casually. I'm like, this is fun. This is my free time. It's
Yeah.
leisure. But for like a lot of people, you know, going through COVID, I got to COVID. In COVID time, you know, when everything stopped, that was when I realized, okay, wow, like we don't know what's happening right now. Everybody's clueless. Everybody's fearful.
Exactly.
What's going to happen next? It makes you reflect. You look at the man in the mirror. Everybody did to some extent.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and it made me go,
Reevaluated.
well, I really love music. I've done an array of other things, but I really love music. And I've never really done it for myself. So if there was any time to do something for myself, you know, take it the next step, take that leap of faith and really work on my own music individually,
Yeah.
the world's freaking ending. So why not? You know, at the time,
Yeah.
like thinking like April,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, we don't know what the heck's happening.
Dude.
I might as well just start recording that project I kept brushing off forever.
Exactly.
So that's what I've been doing. I've been recording a lot over the year. And now I'm just getting to a point where I'm about to start releasing my first single. I should have like downloaded for streaming in the next couple of weeks. And then I'm kind of like staggering singles and releasing them after that. And then
Yeah,
I have a more full length project I'm working on like at the same time. I'm kind of starting off with singles. So I'm just getting myself like lit
Yeah.
to-
I mean, you don't want to throw everything out there at once.
No,
And-
and it helps me work and kind of perfect and give it more time to sit, so I can kind of like listen to it again and
Yeah.
add stuff and take stuff out.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I do with this. It's like I do one episode a week.
Yeah,
And so it's like I can learn something, work on it, and then for the next episode, like have that new skill, have that new thought process.
yeah,
With like recording or whatever.
exactly.
That's tight, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a lot of work starting from the ground up. I mean, I'm sure with you too, just like if you're somebody who's never been in front of the computer for a long time, if you're somebody who's not tech savvy, doing anything with audio, video, like learning how to actually produce and
Oh my
engineer
gosh,
this stuff
dude.
yourself is a headache. And sometimes it can take away from the creative process, but
It really does.
it's vital. It's vital.
yeah.
You got to do this part to get your stuff out.
Audio, from what I learned, is more than half of the experience of a video, because you can have poor video and great audio, and people still watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, they'll have something to say about the video, obviously, but if you have a video with terrible audio, nobody's gonna watch it. They can't understand the story.
Exactly. And it's really just about the way that stuff runs through the system. Like it's amazing what grabs attention just because it's like well produced. And
Exactly.
that goes for video and audio, but and music too, you know, like if you have the right compression and processing, if it sounds like the quality itself just sounds good coming through,
Yeah.
people listen to the most simplistic stuff.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, you could have, you know, a buddy of yours who's like a musical genius, or I don't know, genius like creatively making films or something, a producer who's making all these great artistic things. But if he doesn't take the time to actually like refine the quality of it,
Yeah.
people aren't going to give it the time of day. And that's the thing. That's why I've been taking so long. So I'm like, I got to get that to that level.
Yeah. If you're not gonna give it time of day, what makes you think other people will?
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Exactly. You got to make sure it's at that.
Exactly. What?
It's just a threshold quality or something, you know.
Something like that. You gotta,
Yeah.
but you gotta find it.
But you know it when you see it, you know when you hear it.
Oh yeah.
Because people will see something. It's kind of the difference between like people showing you an artist and going, oh, check out my friend who makes music, or if they refer to you and say instead, yo, check out this artist I found.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like, are people supporting this just because they know you, or are they supporting this because like it's actually good quality? Like I want to make sure I reach.
Yeah.
That's
you
the
want
threshold
to
I'm
reach
talking
that
about, you know
point.
what I mean?
Yeah. Of
It's-
course.
And same thing here. And that's why like with this podcast room, this is really legit. Like you were very humble talking about it, and I came in, I'm like, no, like this is legit. Like I've seen a lot of like prominent podcasts recorded in like I feel like way less,
Yeah.
I guess, nice places like this. So,
I mean, this is literally just the third bedroom in a 1-story house.
bro, that's all it has to be.
Oh yeah. No.
All it has to be,
It doesn't have to be anything crazy.
Man.
I mean, obviously the goals and dreams go far beyond, but
And like the gigantic like sound paneling walls and like
oh yeah.
the Joe Rogan layer.
Yeah.
It's like
Exactly.
a Darth Vader room. It's just LEDs everywhere.
Bro, I have some. They change colors. Hold on.
Of course she does.
Yeah. No, look, they're like, I don't know that you can tell on camera. But yeah, there's like green.
I can tell. Take my word for it.
Oh yeah, no, you can tell. It's right there.
Righteous.
That's what we look like. Yeah, you can tell. They're changing colors.
Dude, I'm already sweating. I love that.
Bro, I
Brooke,
try.
I'm already sweating. Can you believe it? I know you can.
Bro, they're asleep. So much for a live audience.
Gosh, never mind. You guys good? Hey.
We got the
This is
thumbs
the most
up.
quiet they've ever been.
I know. As
Ever.
together. If
Yeah,
they're
I can't
together,
believe
it's
it.
always.
Like, that's why I'm checking on them. I'm kind of concerned about their health.
Oh no.
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 Okay, never mind.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Nope.
So on top of making music, man, from what I hear, you act a little bit.
From what he hears.
From what I
From
hear,
from
from the
Taco
talk-
Matt, like 2 hours.
No, I've heard more about you.
So rumor has it, man.
Rumor has it from like.
I don't know where. I just have a hunch that like maybe you've been on
Well,
television
no,
before.
I've heard about you before I met you.
Heard about me.
Yeah, good things. Yeah. Although yeah, no, good things.
Good, man. Yeah. Well, I would say the real star is this guy right here for having that role in
You can't remember it. Blindside.
Facing the Blind Side. I almost said Facing the Giants. Close. You were that kid in Mighty Ducks 2, I think, right?
Yeah. So the technical position for that was the photo double for J.
Oh, you were a photo double.
Yeah.
For the kid. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
that was
Yes,
the
yes, I've been a photo double before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like, but it's so kids can only work for 8 hours.
Of course.
Under 18, 16, 18, whatever it was. I was 10, so I was way below that threshold.
Yeah.
And so they would really just like film with him, and on like I was there a lot, like tons. Because
Yeah.
they would like film with him, and then they'd run out his clock because he has to do like, he actually covered he has a TikTok, but I found that out later.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah, TikTok. Oh,
Big
but,
TikTokers up here.
He was talking about, because I didn't really understand it. I was 10. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing.
Like what a photo double is. It's a
Yeah.
weird thing.
And he basically explained that like for every 8 hours, he has to spend like 4 or 5 hours of school. And so he would have to be pulled off set and go like he had his own like
So that's
teacher or
not there's
whatever.
barely any time for school too. That means like you're
You're
hitting
doing
these
core.
books and then you're just like on set. 'Cause, you know, set's lengthy. You know that even
Oh,
from
yeah.
doing as kid. It's such a
Yeah.
lengthy process. Everything that is filmed, everything you see, anybody who works in film knows this. Like
Yeah.
it takes so long. There's just shots and shots and angles and the turnarounds and
Yes.
the repeats and
Yes.
one more for safety. And by one more, that mean 5 more for
Yeah.
safety. You know,
Exactly.
it's so repetitive.
Yeah. Oh,
it's,
yeah.
It's a lot. It's a
Oh,
lot.
It like as a 10-year-old, it's just like I can only. I mean, obviously, you know what it's like, but like as when you're 10, 9, 10
No,
years
it's
old,
it's
like,
probably exhausting.
It was and I didn't understand what was going on. I mean, I enjoyed it. I'm not complaining.
It's a cool experience, but you wouldn't think it'd be as tiring as it is.
Oh my gosh.
There's just so many moving parts on a
Yeah.
TV set.
Yeah.
You know? Or a
And
movie
you
set,
like
whatever.
you get called and you're like you're on hold. You're on a holding pattern for like 6 hours, just chilling in a trailer.
Yep.
Those were the worst.
And you're just sitting there snacking.
I remember one. Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty
I
much with all this
remember
food, you just gain weight. That's what happened to me last year.
Oh boy.
I ate way too many Oreos, man.
Yeah, I mean they're so good.
They're
though.
so good, dude.
But no, I remember they called me in one night. It was like I think I had to be there like down in Peachtree City or whatever, down at like
Yeah.
9:30.
Okay.
I didn't get on set until like 2:30 in the morning, and they
Sounds
were like,
about right.
they were like, yeah, you can't go to bed because like I had everything done. I had the wardrobe and I had like the makeup and the hair done, and they're like, yeah, you can't fall asleep, you'll ruin it. So I had to like sit like in my trailer and like watch a movie or something, like literally keep a 9-year-old
Yeah.
entertained.
And think about those production people, man. Like one of my best friends, Natalia, she's a PA. She's a production assistant. She's been
Yeah.
doing contract with different shows, getting different shows, being a PA for like a little over a year now. I think she's about to get jumped on her 4th production.
Oh, wow.
She just closed out her 3rd one, which was Doom Patrol. If you've heard of that, it's on Netflix.
I've heard of it.
Doom Patrol. She was a PA on Doom Patrol, and it was a more adult show, which means that like we were dealing with like no kids, so longer days. Because it's a blessing for a PA if they're dealing with a children's show, because that means their days gonna be shorter because
Yeah.
those kids can only be on that set for 8 hours.
Yep.
On the other hand, Natalia was working. Hopefully, I'm not outing Doom Patrol, the production. Let's get sued on my first podcast, right?
Yeah, can't cancel me before I get
Anyway,
big.
I'm outing them. Sorry, guys. They were working Natalia 14 hours a day.
Oh my gosh.
14 Monday through Friday, 14 hours a day.
I bet those paychecks were nice though.
Oh, of course. But 70-hour weeks. Think about that.
But you don't have any time.
70-hour. I mean, she's exhausted all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, she does it like a champ. She's such a hard worker. I'm proud of her. She's trying to become an assistant director.
Oh yeah.
So she's like in that career. But yeah, like dude, it's a lot of work for them. They don't sleep and they're just used to it. Like you ask them about that and like they just laugh when you ask them about sleep. They're like, "What is sleep?" Because I talk to them all the time.
Yeah.
Um,
That's I couldn't imagine without sleep.
Oh yeah, because and I've had people literally. It's so funny. The last set I was on, this guy literally offered to make me a PA on a set. Because you would think that, dude, film is such networking. Life is networking. The way you get places is talking and making yourself marketable. But, dude, film, like you would think, because there's all these film academies and schools and degrees, which I know are useful and I know you can learn so much. But I've seen so many people just bump up a chain, like in a production, whether it was acting opportunities or like production opportunities, just from knowing somebody and getting referred.
It's the whole production world.
That's how it is. They're just like, somebody, and if they like you, they'll be like, hey, let me put you on with this person.
Yeah.
It literally happened the other day. I was chopping it up with a guy with a PA, and he's like, yo, like, you seem cool. We literally had a guy who got fired today. Do you want to take his place? And I was like, as amazing as that sounds,
no,
I don't have the commitment for it.
Yeah.
Because I've this music ain't going to be made if I become a PA. You know what I mean? It's one of those things.
Yeah.
Great payment, but dude, it's your life. You sign it. You sign
yes.
your life away.
Yeah, pretty much.
The movie stuff is fun. It's unpredictable.
But man, I don't think I have any crazy story. I mean, I was in like a commercial, like a car commercial. It was pretty rough.
Oh, was it long?
No, it was only like a 45. It was like a day shoot. Yeah,
okay.
That's all it took. But it was just what they wanted me to do. It was for a car company in the north called Ramey's, or it's like mid north. It's like halfway up the coastline.
Okay, so it was like a small budget thing, just kind of a smaller thing.
Yeah, and they like. When I was younger, and you can probably still hear it, I have that hick accent, that southern,
of course,
southern Georgia accent.
He said that his southern. I got that southern too. Yeah, He
ho. Tell you what. Are you yee
229? That's a great question.
You know that,
dude. I'm from Moultrie. I told you.
Oh my.
He's got family from where I'm from. I'm from Moultrie, Georgia. If I've ever heard of it, small town stuff. Y'all probably haven't. All these people are like, "Well, it's Moultrie," and I'm like,
"I don't know where I live.
It's off the beaten path." Huh?
I don't know where I live. I gotta mute that.
What do you mean you don't know where you live?
They don't know where the people I don't talk about where I live because then people are gonna like find me. I feel like that's weird.
I'm so sorry.
Nah, dude, it's fine. It's cool.
We live in Wisconsin.
We actually live in North Dakota because nobody lives in North Dakota.
Nobody does,
except like military bases
or Wyoming. Right? There's nothing out there.
Yeah, no, pretty much. No, nothing.
It looks pretty.
Oh yeah,
I want to go west. The west itself is just like. You ever go out west?
I've not been west of the Mississippi.
I said the West Coast.
I've not been.
Dude, you gotta hit Cali. I know it's a weird time. A lot of weird stuff's going on. I get it.
When Cali opens back up and quits like being weird.
Being weird, right? Yes, exactly, dude. It is wonderful out there. Like, I'm not out there because there's no way in heck I could afford living out there right now.
No.
It's a very economically unstable place, at least from my perspective, and I guess what I'm used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pricey, but dude, it's a lively place. It's pretty cool. Anybody who's like creatively ambitious, will love the energy there because that's just what it kind of fuels.
Oh yeah. So earlier you were talking about how you were in like Christian bands or like, and you were doing performance shows or whatever. Have you heard of the band Forever Free? FRVRFREE.
I don't think I have.
So they're kind of new. They're owned by the 501 Exchange.
I've heard of that.
Yes, so that's pretty much them. That's just their parent company.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good for they all work with the church and the group that I work like the church organization that I work for or am starting to work for and contract for.
Yeah.
And I was talking to one of the singers today, and he was talking about how he went to Oregon on vacation, and he's like, bro, if you ever go out there and like stargaze. He's like, once you get out, when you're in the middle of nowhere, like Oregon, you get away from the city. He's like, bro, I saw Starlink. He saw Elon Musk's satellite up in space, like literally just watching it like.
Imagine seeing a sky that clear. You know what I
know.
mean? At first I said, wait, did you just say what I think you just said? And I was like, just processing that.
Yeah.
That's nuts. You can really see space.
Yeah.
It's like you're seeing through the sky.
He's literally like, it was like Star Wars.
Space, man.
Yeah. So that's a goal. That and the Northern Lights.
Nuts.
Bro.
Dude, the Northern Lights, you're going to have to get cold to get up there.
That's fine, bro. Whatever.
Let's go to Alaska, man.
I'm down.
Let's get away.
Dude,
It's so far away. Alaska's huge. Like, can we just talk about the fact that Alaska is ginormous? Like, I think
which is bigger, Texas or Alaska? I forget.
Dude, Alaska. Alaska is bigger than like it's a little over half the country.
Really?
Besides, dude, go look it up. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of it's just like these little like branch off islands and stuff. Dude, it's gigantic.
But
why do I know this? I don't know.
How much of it is inhabited though?
Oh yeah, that's the catch, man. It's like Russia. You know, Russia's a
Nobody lives in
gargantuan,
Russia.
but I mean, they're just all. I would have to assume they're all huddled up in Moscow, you know, and then the rest of it's just kind of
Putin and stuff.
yeah, with you know, they're just chilling with old Putin boy, and then the rest of it's just just icy.
Tundra.
Dude, cold weather kills me.
Oh, I bet.
Cold weather kills me. Like, I just went to New York a few weeks ago, and it was nice. But I enjoyed it because it was actually like pretty hot up there, so it made me think like, okay, and I thought it was really cool. Like that was the type of place that was like, okay, kind of like LA, very inspiring because it's just very busy, rustle bustle. You know, everybody's going.
Yeah,
everybody. It's fast moving, fast paced. It gets you kind of stimulated. You know, just the environment itself. And I thought, okay, I think I would like to live here at least for a little bit, and maybe work on a project up here.
Yeah.
But then I realized like, okay, this weather right now is a horrible representation of what New York is usually like.
Oh
I
my
I hear the winters are like brutal.
Oh, I bet. I don't know how people do like the New Year's Day parade.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
couldn't
my friend
imagine.
danced in it and she was like dying.
Yeah, they don't wear like. Oh my
was in the snow
gosh.
too.
Heck no.
Heck no.
I don't do snow.
Heck
It
no.
don't snow down here
It doesn't.
very
Really.
often.
Yeah, we get sleet and everybody's like snow day.
Bro, they cancel schools and everything.
Dude, literally we get a flake and like they're like the buses can't run. It's an endangerment.
It's too
You have
cold.
a week off, guys. The whole county is good. It's amazing.
Online school. I'm glad I graduated right before they did the online school. Like now, if it's a snow day,
right.
they all just go on the little like portal website and they have to just do class online.
Oh, I know. Another thing, like for work. So I'm still in school too, but mostly online. But what I would do for like, of course, I'm doing set stuff during the summer because it's fun ways to make money. I'm actually like a parapro in the school system.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a substitute, like a consistent substitute.
Okay.
Yeah, and I work with like a couple of schools in the area, and it's been fun. I only did it because my mom told me like, hey, like come help my school out. She's a counselor, and she said, come help my school out. I'm like, why would I want to substitute? That sounds chaotic. That sounds awful. Whatever, I'll do it once, and I don't know. I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just good with kids. I don't know. For some reason, they respect me, which I find hilarious. Like I thought they'd look at me like, "What is this? Like, live with a cat drug in. We're gonna make his day horrible." I just feel like they would mess with me, but like most of them like really take direction from me.
Really? What?
Probably because I don't make them do anything. But yeah,
What age group is it mostly?
middle school and high school.
Oh wow.
So it can be a big power trip when it's like a power imbalance when it's like I have like a junior or senior class. Cause like, who is this kid? Like you're barely older than me, and I'm like, that's true. Just don't get me fired, please.
Just please don't.
Yeah, but yeah, the school system's been weird because half of them, like, you can either come to school or you can do it from home.
Oh yeah.
Like they have that choice, at least where we are.
That's crazy.
That undisclosed location. Yeah, so
That
they have
you-
the so
that you
everybody
said
has
earlier.
the choice right now to
Really?
do online. Well, actually, I think that's changing for the fall semester. But as far as like these schools up here in our undisclosed area, yeah, like they have the choice.
Can I get a soundbite of you just saying undisclosed, and I will use it every time somebody says a location on accident in the future. It'll literally just cut to your voice saying undisclosed.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, you ready?
All right, I'm ready. Brooke, you ready? You're fine. Undisclosed location.
Okay,
Wait,
yeah.
I'll give you one more.
Okay.
Just spice it up. Undisclosed location. That's too slow.
No, it's just got to be monotone, like, or if you want to add spice to it.
Spicy boy. Undisclosed location.
There you go. I
Okay,
think
that's
that
fine.
was the one.
That's the
That's
one.
that's
I feel good
circle
about
it.
that one.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Bet,
Cool.
man.
Moving on.
Moving on.
School system, COVID, crazy.
So earlier we mentioned TikTok, and just social media in general, man.
How do
right
I
now?
Tell me this. Here's what I want to know. How do I approach this new social media? It is huge. It's popping. It's prominent. I know it's the way people get big. Literally, my buddy Raina, her jacket company, she like makes jackets. Like,
Really?
Yeah, from scratch. Well, she thrifts jackets. Has to start a company where she like takes jackets from thrift stores, like paints them, puts different like threads and different I guess
Okay.
like, fabrics inside of them,
Yeah.
makes them really pretty. Sells them. She blew up from TikTok, and
Really?
homegirl is like booming. Her business is booming. So it's like it's a great place for growth. People
Yeah.
put their songs in and get big. Like things get so virtual growth is immense there. But here's what I want to figure out: how the heck do I get big on TikTok, but not in all these awful, cringy ways that would make me never take myself seriously again? Because I can't do the whole. The dance. I just can't.
Renegade.
I just, dude. Like, no, I don't want to hate on people. Like Addison Ray, you're fine. You do you. Whatever. I don't think we'd be homies. But like, I don't want to hate on your grind. Do what you're doing.
Yeah.
I just can't get on board, man.
Bro.
I guess there's other types of talk. There's so many talks, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I'm like, so somebody said like, Ashton, I bet you be on this talk. I said, what did you just say? Like I thought they were like. I thought it was some like underlying offense. And they're like, I just mean you be on this part of TikTok. I said, I'm a boomer. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro.
I'm so out of the loop.
You were asked the other day or whatever or whenever it was to be a thirst trap on TikTok.
Oh, that's the story I was telling you about. Yes.
Thirst
and see,
bucket.
I guess I've had these different scenarios that have just turned me off from TikTok instantly. And it probably makes me lame because I'm one of these only early 20s people that just doesn't have TikTok. But yes, like some of my first approach, I was out with some people and it was for my friend's birthday, and she has like a lot of influencer friends, you know, people make content, which is cool, which is great. Don't hate the grind.
That's what I do.
But this guy comes up to me and he goes, "My name's Blue." I said, "Cool." And then this guy was next to him. And I'm like, "Oh, what's your name, man?" He goes, "I'm Gray." And I'm like, "And I'm purple. What is going on here?"
Palette?
I kid you, they are a color. Let's make Pantones, guys. Like, what's happening here? Like, where are we going next? Like, this is a concept. I don't know. But yeah, and they go, "Hey, so like," and they're talking like this. So like, "We really like your look, and so I'm a TikToker, and this is my manager, and like we make content, and we think you have what it takes to like do what we do." And I'm just like, "Yeah, okay. And what is that?" And he just like literally breaks out this like spreadsheet of like how he schedules his TikToks and his content. Like it was so.
gosh.
Oh yeah, I couldn't believe it. And because I'm still like kind of connecting the dots of what is he talking about? Like, what are you trying to get me to join? Is this?
It's like a pyramid scheme.
Is this a cult? Yeah, like what's going on? But then he starts showing me his TikToks. And he's like, I'm like, what is this meth he's talking about? Like, am I about to do? I don't know, like some acrobatics. Like what does he think I have? What it takes for? And it was just pictures, shirtless pictures, slow videos where like you mouth the song, and then you like ease up your shirt at the same time. I don't know, like a lot of very like sensual like nudity pictures, which like do your thing, like express yourself, but like you can tell like it was just all marketed and trapped. And he like showed me how it was like towards like a younger audience, and I'm like, this doesn't sit well with me. And he's like, I think he's like, if you're interested to like post this many videos and do what I'm doing here, and like once you get to this like many followers, I'll work with you. I'm like, oh wow. At first this could have been kind of nice, and I think you mean for it to be nice, but at the same time, this is like the most superficial thing ever.
Yeah,
it's kind of comical.
That's whack.
How like. Yeah, it was just ridiculous. It felt so ridiculous. And I was like, if this is the game, I don't want to be in that.
Oh no, dude.
I want to be known for, first of all, like my music, my content, but for who I am. The only part of me that I want to market, and I want to stay true to this because I think it's going to be good for like my nature and my character. The only part of me that I want to market is like my product, what I'm offering. I don't ever want to market and like brand myself. I think it's one of the most dangerous things people can do.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how you lose yourself. And I guess there's a fine line in a gray area. Like people can kind of get lost in what that is, what that means, and
it's almost objectifying.
It's super objectifying.
Yeah.
And there's so many different ways, I guess, subtle ways of objectification. That's a word, right? Let's run. I know what I mean.
If not, it is
of
now.
objectifying, people and things, and that's one of the most like I guess commonly accepted ways. And I don't want to be a part of that, especially in entertainment. It's so easy just to like I guess.
And that's a
sell your soul, but like I don't want to do that.
It's a whole downward
just to get attention. Like I want to be me for that.
Oh yeah.
Like I can promote, market, and distribute my music. But I don't want to do that with like who I am.
Oh no.
And to me, doing like the thirst trap stuff, that's just like I think I have more to offer than that. Yeah. No offense. Maybe I can't. No offense that. But guys, you're all pretty. Know your worth. Like do something beyond your looks. I challenge you, please. At least post workout videos. At least pretend to work out. You know what I mean? Do something. Use your abilities. I just want people to do that more.
Do you think that that's kind of like a form of modern day prostitution? That's a hot topic. I know.
Hot topic, hot take.
Hot take.
Okay, specifically what?
So like the thirst,
so I know how
like
to
the
answer
thirst
that.
traps, like because you know I mean they get paid. There's like the whole like TikTok creator fund, and they get paid so many like cents a view. Once you reach like a certain amount of followers, they like TikTok starts paying you for like the amount of views you get per video, and so like knowing these people, like the dude you were talking about, you know, he's targeting the younger audience because he knows that he's gonna get that many views from lifting his shirt up and like
he can and.
So is that like, it's like we were talking about objectification, like that's almost, I feel like that's a gray area, but it's like, you're selling yourself, but it's
definitely
not.
it's a gray area, but I think it's valid. It's definitely going to depend on who you ask to, because I mean we live in an age not to get incredibly no, we're just going to take it there. We're going to take it there. We live in an age where a high acceptance of something, like conformity.
Yeah.
Means more than morality.
Exactly.
Like conformity
Wow.
dictates and defines morality.
Wow.
If you ask me,
Yeah.
it's amazing what we can become accustomed to,
Oh my
and
gosh.
what we can get acclimated to as people.
Yeah.
And things that a long time ago that were just taboo or not talked about. And this can be good or bad. It's to let things out of the bag. Let things be free. Like, 'cause we want to live in most people want to live in a very free world.
Yeah. Express
and always,
themselves.
they want to be expressive. They want to be just liberated.
Yeah.
But I guess with such a lack of control, whatever is right and wrong is up in the air.
Oh yeah.
And
that's
every
with
single
everything.
person is either deciding for themselves or they're just looking to each other to see what the other person says.
Yeah.
And we see that in religion. We see it in politics. We see it everywhere.
Oh yeah. They're looking
Because you
for
feel
other
you
people's-
feel safeguarded by the population.
Exactly.
It's comforting to just believe what's around you and what's easy and what's convenient.
Oh yeah.
People want convenience in their life. They want comfort in their lives, and they apply that in all situations.
So and
that kind of went off on a tangent. So going back to
no, I was gonna add to it.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
cool.
Not to throw Jesus into the mix, but I'm gonna get a little.
How dare you, man?
Dude, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get a little biblical here, but it's not. So it's from the book of Proverbs,
Okay.
and Proverbs is just like kind of making it, the book is like about making yourself wiser. It's not necessarily like, oh yeah, like
Was it Solomon that wrote that?
I think.
I hope I'm right. I'm probably so
If not, you're
wrong,
about
but
to
if
get
I'm
roasted.
right, that'd be crazy. Sorry, guys.
But I think it's Proverbs. I think 27:12. I think, but it says something about basically. I don't remember it word for word. And I actually pulled it up.
Paraphrase, man. Oh yeah, dude, we have the
Dude,
internet.
we have the internet. Let's see, Proverbs.
How many times do we do that in life? It's so
27.
funny. We sit. It's like
Okay, here it is. Yeah, I was right.
just
27:12.
wonder.
The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. So
Pay the penalty. That last part.
So basically saying, prudent in this sense meaning like somebody who looks at the future and makes adjustments to where they see themselves going. So how I heard it like told to me was, think of it like a road sign. You're driving down the interstate going to Disney World. And you see a sign. Hey, yeah,
He loves Disney.
Marvin just got back from
Marvin's
Disney.
ears are perking up. He just woke up, guys.
Disney?
We're going to Disney. Chime in, buddy.
But it's like you driving on the interstate and you see a road sign that says, traffic, all lanes closed in 10 miles for construction.
Mm-hmm.
So the prudent would see that and be like, I need to get off, take off an exit, and then like detour and fix whatever was going on, and then you're back on
Get
the right
back on the
track.
path.
Yeah. And the simple meaning like they see it and they're like, okay, I'll deal with that when I get there, and then they get there and they're stuck. They're going 0 miles an hour on the interstate because they didn't make that adjustment beforehand when they saw the sign, like the road sign.
Wow.
So like going back to what you
Cool
were saying, like
analogy.
yeah,
Cool analogy.
prudent, like
Love that.
being able to make that adjustment when you see the sign ahead, like when you see the problem ahead, being able to make that adjustment, knowing you're going to get back on the right path, but not, but going around the bad that's in the way.
Well, people don't like people who predict things. People don't like people to like have like these foreseeable futures because they don't see it. They think you're jumping the gun or just going out of your place. And because if it's not accepted yet, then you're out of line. And it causes so many issues, and people get alienated or a popular term canceled, for things like that. And
Cancel culture.
Fun topic, man.
Oh.
Super, super fun topic. Yeah, it's just, I feel like this year, maybe I can put something this broad, simple. Let's see if I can. Let's try it.
Let's see.
It's been, for me, like, people talk about how, a lot of people on social media talk about how much they've grown in their awareness and consciousness of the world, like, politically.
Yeah.
In this last year, they're like, these acts of hate, all these things that have happened, they've gotten the coverage, like, we're getting justice, we're getting, heard, and people are really starting to rise up and care. And I want to agree with that. I really do, because it sounds good and it looks good on paper. But I feel like for some people that is true. Like, people have really woken up. There's been a lot of injustices. There's been a lot of things that have happened this past year. The world has kind of gotten a little bit more broken in a lot of ways, and people have kind of like raised their voice to say something in some sort of way, or reached out or helped, which is great. But I feel like that's not the most common case that I see. I feel like it's been disheartening for me, because instead I've seen people use these, I guess, charitable scenarios and like these philanthropist efforts, and instead of like actually just tending to their own business, following their heart to do something about it, they're making it competitive. It's like, I've spoke about this issue. You didn't speak about this issue today. Why not? If these people don't believe what I'm believing, if you haven't watched this video and if you didn't repost exactly what I reposted, you must hate these people. You must. Yeah. People are just they're using this stuff to attack each other and tear each other down and say, wow, the world's broken. It's not a competition of who can be the hero. Like, find whatever's going on in the world. Like, find what you're passionate about and like work in that dimension. Like, it's like careers. We all have different things that we specialize in. We should do that with our charities and in the way we give.
And I mean, kind of what you're saying. Like, I wouldn't make fun of you for making music, and I wouldn't make fun of Marvin for working where he works. Like, it's just, and that's been going on for hundreds and thousands of years. Yeah, people, like, religions, like, if you believed in something different,
people are chastising each other. People talk about wanting to be more free and more inclusive, but the moment you don't recite the exact same thing somebody else says, just because you want to question or you want to look more into it, people. Dude. Oh man, they'll strike you, and I've just seen that with my friends. I've seen that with so many people, and these people I think they have good intentions, but it's this year's been highly emotive. We've had a lot of things. Don't want to make it too touchy, but I mean, we've had a lot of things happen, prominently in the news in the Black community. We've had something that just happened in the Asian community, and which are these horrible series of events. But it's I guess it's the hasty ideals to like get thrown around to where people are like, all right, so like we're gonna create all these subgroups and create all these things, and I don't know, I just see more separation coming out of it than like inclusion. Yeah, like let's just love on these people. Exactly. Let's just love on these people. Let's not worry about like who reposted this story and who did this. Like let's just reach out to people around us who may be of that color, and like just let's help in whatever way we can. Not try to prove to a social media platform that we're doing something. Let's do something. Yeah, it's all about. What does your heart say? Just follow your heart in that situation.
Dude, social media in general, with all of that, like people just it's like this monster at this point. Like it started, like you said, with everything starts with good intention. Yeah,
I just think social media. It's like it's one thing to want attention on that picture of you from the beach, but it's like, why are you trying to get attention for posting about this, like, this people group in need, or this horrible story that just happened here? It's not about that. Like, actually, if you want to donate to it, donate. Yeah. And worry about what you're doing. Don't spend all this other time chastising somebody else because they didn't repost what you just posted.
Exactly. If you, back to the road signs, I mean, if you focus on what somebody else is doing, you're going to miss your exit. You're going to miss your goal. On that topic of social media and reposting stuff, Brooke, can I talk about what happened last night without saying names? With you and your friend, with that
Steve and Joe.
So I don't even know names or the person's name, but so like
Sadie and Susie.
Sadie and Susie, bro. Most basic names.
Stock names.
Oh my God, there's a beetle.
Stock names right there.
My neighbors probably hate me right now.
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill went up the hill. No, so I think either Brooke posted it first or her friend did, and it was just like this dude put something on a billboard, something religious on a billboard, and it was like, it basically saying like, here's a question, text me one word what you think your answer is. And it was this whole like Instagram story thing. Like this dude had a whole long like comment, like he explained the whole story. It was like a couple paragraphs, and this girl, Brooke's friend, posted it, and somebody swiped up and was like, didn't they say like, aren't you? She said, aren't you lesbian? And it was like, what? Like, yeah. And he said, why doesn't line up with, you're like, aren't you lesbian? That doesn't line up with Christ. And like, not to get religious, I'm not like, but I mean, talking about groups and inclusion, like,
people labeling each other and saying like,
Yeah.
oh, like, yeah, they're saying, oh wow, like, well, I know that you have this orientation, so you have no right to post this. It's like, that's not, dude.
Yeah.
That is whoever this person is, that is their walk with Christ. That's their faith, and
Yeah.
they're going to carry that out
Yeah.
in whatever way they wish to, because it's a personal relationship. No
I mean-
matter what you see, it's just like, why would you say something like that?
it's like, I mean,
Why would you try to take that away from somebody?
Dude,
Right?
that's crazy. I just can't believe, like, I mean,
You can't do
that's,
this. Yes,
that
I
is,
can.
it's-
Like, yeah, you can. It's all personalized, right? It's
Yeah.
like, worry about your own walk.
and it's, you hear it like exactly what you were saying. You hear like, oh yeah, people like the hatred going on. What's the new one over in like Egypt or Jerusalem, maybe somewhere over there.
Yeah.
Um,
Some horrible injustice going on.
and it's
over
like,
there.
yeah, you see people like the non-inclusion, but like, I mean, it happens with friends. Like it starts here.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then it just grows into that bigger picture, and it's the ripple effect. It gets bigger and bigger, and then you see it with countries, and you see it with religious groups, and you see it with, how do I word this? But like, culture groups, like in America, like you were talking about.
So yeah, social groups.
Social group, yeah. I guess that's a better term. I didn't want to be rude or ignorant or anything with what I said about that.
No,
But-
that's good. You just mean like just different types of people, I guess.
Yeah,
Different
different groups.
demographics and stuff like that.
Mhm,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, definitely.
Man, that was deep. If you
Yeah,
have anything else to say
It's
with that,
man.
You
With
got
great power becomes, or with great power, there's great responsibility. I think
yeah.
social media is such a empowering tool that a lot of people just abuse, and it's just easy to mess things up and spread, I don't know, misinformation and mean things to each other because people spend so much time on it.
it's dude.
It's,
and I
it,
catch
it can
myself.
be
scrolling.
it can be it's such a great tool for advancing yourself in health, and you can promote your career, you can network with people.
Yeah.
It's so advanced, but at the same time it's kind of lucrative on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh yeah, no.
it's just one of those things. Yeah, just if you're passionate about something, do something, and maybe tell somebody about it. The last thing I'll say, why I said like I feel like people tearing each other apart, is that like if you care about something, do it with like a earnest nature instead of a mad nature. Like I always tell people, nobody likes an angry evangelist.
No.
Nobody does. Nobody's going to listen to somebody's feedback or response or what they have to say if they're screaming it at them.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be saved by that man screaming with a picket sign on the street saying that all these different types of people, these subgroups, are going to hell. Why would somebody commit their life to Christ, go off of this dude
Screaming
who's
at
just
them.
saying, hey, you're doing this and you're going to be condemned to hell forever
Yeah.
for it? Who's going to say, man, that speaks to me, I want to be a part of that? Why would you want to be a part
Yeah.
of that? So if somebody's talking to me about something going on with this people group across the sea, something, let's say I didn't hear about it, and he goes, hey, man, I haven't seen you post anything about what's going on and blah, blah, blah with the blah, blah, blah people. And I'll go, what? Like, what? I didn't know. And like, if he's being mad at me, I'm not going to care any less about these people. I don't know what's going on though.
Yeah.
And I'm immediately put off. And that's what's happening to all these causes and all these groups. Instead of somebody who's like, just being soft spoken and just like, if you want to share something with somebody that you care about, you want to do it in a way where you deliver it well.
Exactly.
You want to be like, hey, like, well, here's what this means a lot to me, and maybe it can mean a lot to you too. And like, let's say, they say it with like a tender nature. It's like, dang, like when you put it that way,
you feel like,
man.
I want to learn more about
I mean,
it.
dude, watch the news channel on either side. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter Fox or NBC. Like I've studied PR, which a lot of PR, public relations, and a lot of that is like working with like news releases and learning about like the press.
Yeah.
And it's so hostile and it's so angry because when they're talking about it, they're saying how they feel, but they're so angry. And I get this. easy to be angry, but it's like
Yeah.
you'll reach people so much better if you just do it. If you care, turn that into like a zeal
Motivation
rather than like a fury.
Yeah.
If we could just train each other to talk to each other that way,
Bro.
oh my gosh, the compromise, because it's vital. You need compromise. You need negotiation.
Yeah.
The world isn't black and white. We gotta stop looking at it that way.
Oh yeah. No.
It's not.
It's very colorful, and I don't mean that in any bad.
There's always gonna be two different sides glaring at each other.
Yeah.
The longer we look at everything black and white, you know.
Yeah. Bro.
So gotta be negotiation. So I guess that's my thing.
Dude,
A lot of
you are
polarization.
so well spoken.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh.
Polarization is evil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Off the soapbox.
We right before we started this, we were like, we're gonna have a fun episode.
Yeah. So that's the funniest part about this. Probably the funniest part. This happened. Yeah. Literally, I was like, dude, let's talk about
Dolphins.
dolphins. Let's talk about quesadillas, man. I don't know. What do you want to do?
so
And here we
pumped.
are, just getting into it, man.
Dude, I mean, hey, I don't
It
have
flows. It works.
It worked.
It works.
And it was relevant, and it.
True. Should we end a little lighter though?
We're gonna talk about.
Can we do that at this point?
Yeah.
Like, are we too far off? Like, could we talk about puppies after that? You know what I mean? Like, could we do something like that?
Dude, I wish I could bring my puppy on, but she's a little.
She might eat the mic.
She might.
Dude, have you ever had your mic eaten? I've had my mic eaten by a dog. It was my boy's dog. I was recording. I was working on a song. Went to use the bathroom. I go back and like it's just like the whole like mic part was off, and I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, where's Oreo? The dog's name's Oreo. That's hilarious. You're just talking about Oreo. I'm like, where's Oreo? And then the guy was nice. He bought me a new mic, but that was like $300. I couldn't believe he did that, but I'm so grateful. Not a good feeling though.
No.
Don't let your dogs run your
No.
mics. They might eat it. It's a nuts thing. You don't want that to happen.
I don't know. I guess it looks like a treat or something.
Well, you know, that wasn't the most positive conversation of like life in the world. Well, something good happened right now. What's something in the news or there's been going around lately that's like
Dude.
lifted your spirits maybe?
I don't watch the news because of
Yeah,
the
you shouldn't. You
polarization.
shouldn't. You
Yeah.
shouldn't. I mean, I've only seen anytime I'm with my parents, like
Yeah.
my mom, for some reason, just always has it on. My I go visit my grandma. It's Fox News all day.
Yep.
Like, I mean,
In
whatever.
the
To
background,
each their own
everything.
with the news source. But I'm like, Gammy, you're so fearful. This isn't helping. I'm like, Gammy, come on. You don't want to. You got enough to worry about. You don't need to worry about all that. But anyway,
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
One thing that's lifted.
what have people been doing that's like cool? What's something cool going on right now? Brooke, you got anything? No?
Marvin, you
Thank
got
you so
anything?
much.
Wow. Terrible live audience.
Yeah, it's super helpful. Thank you for the contribution.
Yeah. They've sat on their phones this
They're
whole time.
shy. They're just a little shy. It's okay.
It's fine.
Shy.
Why? You've been on your phone.
Marvin, what's the last Disney movie you watched?
When I tell you this man breathes. Yeah, Cruella.
Dude,
You
was
went and
it
saw that?
good? Oh my gosh, listen. Speaking I don't want to get negative again. Yeah, let's just talk about people being the worst. So I went on Facebook the other day. Why was I there? First mistake. I was on Facebook the other day. That's the worst way to start.
Yeah.
I was on Facebook the other day,
Oh my,
right?
why were you on Facebook?
Look, like all these people who just heard me talk about like TikTok, and then they were going to hear me say this and be like, "Yeah, you are a boomer." I'm like, I don't understand TikTok, but I was on Facebook the other
Yeah,
day
man.
because I'm 56. But anyway, I was some person from my hometown. That's how Facebook is, right? Like, you just have all your people from your hometown, and dude, my hometown, down in the
Boondocks.
yeah, down the old old BFE, just out there. This woman made this whole post about the new Cruella. She said, I took my daughter to the new, what I thought was, in quotations, Disney movie, and I was not happy with the way that film turned out. We did not even finish because we thought that it was a movie with negative subliminal messages that pertained to the devil, and it questioned everything I believe in. I couldn't believe it. Like, I just imagine that's what she taught, like, right? I think that's pretty, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a Karen
It
voice.
had like a hic
Because she
accent
was
there,
going
but-
off just saying that this Disney movie was like just portraying the devil. Apparently Emma Stone was just the devil herself.
dude. With the
which
horns
I
and
found
everything.
offensive because Emma Stone's an angel, and that Karen better not talk badly about Emma Stone ever again.
Bro,
Because
cancel her.
that's my wife. Like Emma Stone she hasn't met me yet, but like
Yeah,
you know how everybody's like, oh, I'll manifest this, I'll manifest that.
bro.
I'll marry her, I will wife her.
I'm gonna out myself a little bit here. When I was
Dude,
when I was younger,
It's only fair.
when I was in like
I'm so
elementary
excited.
school,
I'm anticipating this.
Miley Cyrus was my bro biggest crush. Dog.
Biggest crush? Oh, so Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus though.
Yeah, so I had like when she okay, hold on. When she
What?
released Fly on the Wall, downhill.
Fly on the
Downhill.
wall.
That's such but no, like
Oh, you said downhill.
yeah, she
I
went
agree with
downhill.
you. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So
No offense, Miley.
but I had the
great
movie
singer. But
Squeak
what was
Tickling
but
My
what was
Feet.
that? What was that song? You know, it was silly. Oh my gosh,
shoe?
can we talk about? Dude, that's a perfect way to end this. Let's talk about Disney stars who go off the rails once they're done with Disney.
So
Miley Cyrus went off the
Cyrus.
rails. Yeah, I'm about to say
Dude.
perfect start.
Dude, I had the movie. I knew the soundtrack. I was gonna marry her. She just didn't know it, and then she went downhill, and
And then
I ripped up the
and then
documents.
she just
I threw the ring away.
she went a little crazy.
Drugs,
cray.
drugs are bad.
Yeah, man.
Who else? There's, I mean, like a lot of Disney stars.
Dude, yeah, they just kind of go off the rails.
Who else? One more. We got.
One more
What's one more Disney star that?
that went off the rails, then we could appropriately talk about in this podcast. That's a great question. Let's see here. Lizzie. No, I think she's okay. Lizzie McGuire, Hilary Duff. She's just like a family woman. I think
Was
now.
Lindsay Lohan a Disney star?
Lohan.
Bro,
Dude.
I don't even know what happened with her. Cause
She has her own show now.
She has her own show.
Yeah, she owns like a hotel.
she owns a hotel.
Of course she does. Dude, Amanda
mean-
Bynes went off too. That broke my heart.
That was Nick.
You know she has like a heart tattoo right here now, just like a little outline of a heart, just gigantic on her face.
I couldn't imagine a face tattoo.
Yeah, but she can. Not everybody can
has
be
one.
Post Malone, man.
Dude,
It's everywhere.
toasty. Well, that is all the time
Yeah,
we
so
have tonight, man.
we ran it up. That's good.
Dude, great
done.
conversations though.
Thank you. I
I'm-
appreciate
I'm,
it.
I'm leaving this much happier.
Dude, I came up with it all myself. This isn't even scripted.
I know.
It was straight off the cuff.
We literally had 5 talking points, and the rest of literally with like 1 to 2 words each on each talking point, and we just took it and ran.
Thank you. I'm pretty proud of it. I,
I
hope
do-
you are too.
I want to have you back on.
Dude, thank you. I don't know if you knew this, but this is my first time.
Yeah.
Did I do okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Dude, you did great.
Okay.
Bet you are. Wow. I'm amazed.
Great. Thank you. I appreciate
But
that. Feeling great. Let's go.
yeah, no. But if you don't have anything else to say, I guess that's it.
Dude. Everybody go to Taco Mac
Taco Mac be bussin'.
and get those
Respectfully.
Cajun Voodoo magic wings.
Oh my gosh.
Do it. If
Just do it.
just do it. Like don't question it. Like get up. Get out of your couch.
Go try something new.
Like and subscribe, of course, to my
Oh,
homie.
oh,
But
yeah.
like, yeah, do that.
Bro.
Like, please do that. Of course, you can't go to Taco Mac until you do that. After you do that, go to the Mac.
Go to
the
the
Mac's
Mac.
waiting. The
Yeah,
Mac's
no.
calling your name.
Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what I should talk about next in the comments. I say that every episode, and nobody comments. But I'm gonna keep saying it. Hopefully, somebody comments a talking point for my next episode.
Yeah.
Maybe you will.
Maybe
It's
I
my-
will.
honestly, at this point, my biggest supporter.
Yeah. That's me.
Yeah,
That's mine.
that's him.
That's who I am.
But yeah, no. I guess that's it.
Dude.
Peace out.
Killed it.
Oh.
Is that cool?
Oh yeah, no,
Is
that's
that
fine.
lame?
That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Peace
Cool.
out.
Later, bud.